Okay, I'm late in doing my annual shop tour, but here it is. Compare to last year. So this is my little expandable cart on the ground. The thing above was for nail gun storage. It was actually repurposed from a different thing that I made a long time ago. This is the paint cabinet. Not that you can tell since all of that paint's not in there, but it's almost full. And it has all of my finishes and that kind of thing. And we come around to the hollow chisel mortiser that has not seen a lot of use yet, but it will be. And I bought some storage racks for the lumber up there this year because the ones that I made in the J. Bates style, they just always kept failing on me because of the way I made them, not because of J. Bates' design. This is my miter station. I borrowed the idea for the hardware storage from Bob and I Like to Make Stuff. Probably borrowed like 15 other things from everybody else around the internet, but there we are. And a sorry old shop vac and a sorry old tool chest that'll eventually be moving on. This is one of the new additions to the shop this year. It is a 6-inch Shop Fox jointer, and it has the spiral head in it. So I haven't been able to put a lot of miles on it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. So that's a new addition to the shop. And also I think new to the shop this year is the rigid belt sander, oscillating belt sander. And this is the latest, most latest addition, and that is the Jet helical head planer. Actually, I guess it's a spiral head, but for those of you who want to split hairs, this is the spiral head. And I haven't put hardly any miles on this at all because I just got it and haven't gotten to use it yet. I don't think much has changed over here. This is my clamp rack, and so far so good, but I would like to upgrade those eventually. And then my Kreg jig, of course. And I believe that parts of the tool wall and everything are new over here. This mess has been there, but I call that Command Central. And this year, the TV is new, so that's a new addition. I believe parts of this tool wall and all of this over here are new. Just added the holders for the drills underneath, some battery charging, and still working on this. This part of the shop hasn't changed hardly at all. This is all storage. I have a drop-down table there that doesn't get used all that often, but here is, pretty sure I did this year. This is the sandpaper storage from Bob at I Like to Make Stuff. Orange, kind of an auto review, Bob, but also just because I like orange. And some other various tools that don't actually get used very much. And then this was where I had a roll-out storage for sheet goods, but it failed on me because of the way I made it, and so now I'm going to have to remake that. This is the center of the shop, and this big beast here, my big outfeed table, is actually going to get cut in half this year, as I'm going to be making room for a hand tool woodworking bench. And this, I believe, is also a new purchase from this year, maybe early in the last year, and that is the Rikon yeah, that saw. What am I trying to think of? Bandsaw. Yes. Anyway, Jimmy DeRosa would be so upset with me. Right behind it is something actually really exciting and new for me, maybe not a big deal for everybody, but it's a new electrical panel. So I've gotten to expand the electrical capacity. I will probably put some 220 in later. This beast of a drill press I got for 50 bucks off of Craigslist, my favorite Craigslist find. And then also, a big addition to the shop this year is, because of the electrical, I was able to put more lights in, and that has been just finished up with those two lights just a few minutes ago. And then finally, last but not least, this was also from earlier this year. This is my Grizzly G0771Z table saw. and I have put some miles on it, but there is more to come. That is my table saw sled, and that drawer system was all from an old, from my old table saw, so I still have to create a new thing there. Dust collection is still in the works because I had to redo the electrical, and don't mind that mess underneath there. That's also getting changed. But there it is. This is my shop in March of 2020, so just a little over a year from my last video. That's it.